You've heard me say it before. You'll hear me say it a million times, but every single cell in the body has a thyroid receptor on it. And some of the cells in the body that need a surprising amount of thyroid hormone are the eyes. This is so interesting to me because in my personal thyroid journey, I struggled a lot with eye pain and eyesight problems. Before I was ever diagnosed, I was around 7 years old and I started having problems with a lazy eye. So one of my eyes just wasn't focusing well, sometimes would droop. It just wasn't behaving appropriately. So I remember going to the eye doctor and they pronouncing I had a lazy eye and having to do all of these different exercises at home. One of my favorites was to take a pencil, touch it to my nose, follow it out, follow it back in, and I had to do that 100 times every night. Now, the interesting thing is, over months and months of doing that, nothing changed with my eyesight. In fact, it got worse. I ended up getting glasses to remedy the problem. Now, fast forward a couple years later, when they discovered my Hashimoto's disease and I was put on replacement thyroid medication, and my eyesight suddenly got better. So, fascinating thing. Once my hormone levels were leveled out, my eyes were fine. The eyes are a sneaky, sneaky symptom that perhaps you're not converting T4 to T3 well, or perhaps that T3 is being blocked from getting into the cells. When that happens, you can develop eye pain. You can have problems with blurry vision, double vision. You can have issues with dry eyes or overly watery eyes. When it comes to Graves' disease, it's very common to have the eyes protrude. There'll be a lot of pressure in the eyes and they'll actually protrude from the sockets because of swelling. So the eyes are highly impacted by your thyroid hormone balance. So my question becomes, okay, how can we look into this problem and how can we better get answers for this? And it all goes back to the gut. Now, the organic acids test is one of my favorite things to look at. And I have every client start with this because what we're looking specifically for is your dopamine. So, dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It is highly involved with eyes and keeping membranes moist and lubricated. It also is made from tyrosine, which is the same amino acid used to make the thyroid hormone. So, if you're having a thyroid problem or you're having a sneaky infection in the gut that impacts thyroid production, it also impacts dopamine production, which impacts the eyes. So I love to look at that test to see if those amino acids are being absorbed correctly, if we're making the thyroid hormone correctly and the dopamine correctly. Because if we're not, well, then you're going to have dry, itchy eyes, potential problems with vision. Night vision will be really poor. You might have some blurriness. All of those things are related to whatever's happening in the gut. So I like to find that problem first so we can remedy that problem. And then we can create a protocol to build back up the nutrients needed to support the thyroid, the neurotransmitters, and the eyes. Now, I hope in this video you could use your eyes to see the complete happy chaos going behind me. I've got my son and my dog in here, which is a great way to use eyesight. So let me know below. Have you struggled with any problems with your vision? Have they gotten better as your thyroid symptoms have gotten better, or have they gotten worse? Let me know about your eyes. Okay, talk to you soon.